So hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 19 of our Lotus F1 Manager save here on the channel. Now, if you didn't watch the last episode in Singapore, we're starting to get these decisions right. We look a very good operationally sound team at this moment. P7 and P8 for Lawson and Fittipaldi. It was a Ferrari 1-2 with Sainz and Leclerc in the top two positions. It must be said we had a very decent race indeed. And in terms of the standings now, we're not that far behind Mercedes, but I think this cost cap breach and the financial problems we are going to be facing is going to cause some problems. But before we get into that, Ferrari are leading from Red Bull, McLaren in P3 as you can see, and in the driver's standings Max Verstappen is leading from Charles Leclerc. It's only 30 points and we've got six odd races to go. Carlos Sainz in P3, Liam Lawson's in P9 at this moment in time, and Enzo Fittipaldi is closing on Lance Stroll. Now let's bring you up to date with the finances, because as you can see we're in a little bit of debt at this moment in time. Now we didn't have the best starting balance, it must be said, and I'm now wishing we'd have picked a couple of more sponsors, but listen, we've had a very good start to this F1 save. We've had a very good start to this season and we're coming strong at the right time. It might be a little bit of suffering that needs to be done towards the end, but we are doing okay and we'll worry about the financial stuff at the end of the season. We now go to Austin, Texas, where we've got 56 laps around here. It is a sprint weekend, of course, around Austin, Texas. We've got the sprint on Saturday and it looks like we've got rain all weekend, which could be very, very interesting. Car attributes wise, low speed and high speed cornering, very important around this circuit, and the expected strategy is a two-stop. It's normally a killer on tyres around the Texas circuit of the Americas. Ladies and gentlemen, that all being said, I'm going to get through practice and I will see you in qualifying for the United States Grand Prix. Final laps in sprint quali then, it's got to be said. We've been mightily quick all weekend. We've not used up as tyres massively. We were one of the last ones out on circuit. Let's have a look where we finish here. Liam Lawson goes on provisional sprint pole. Verstappen just gets him. Where is Fittipaldi going to finish in? Lawson currently in P2. That would be some result. Leclerc's behind him. Lawson is going to be second unless Fittipaldi can beat him. What can Fittipaldi do here in the Lotus? Goes to P5. What a result that is. Verstappen on pole. Lawson P2, Fittipaldi P5. Let's get and see what tyres we're using for the sprint. Right, ladies and gents, medium compound tyre. The softs will just die instantly around here, but medium compound tyre for both cars. P2, P5. Lawson's got to try and hang on to the back of Max Verstappen off the start and then get in the DRS. Let's get to 5 red lights.
Things are hotting up here in Texas for the sprint. And it's lights out. And away we go.
And away we go. It wasn't the greatest start from Liam Lawson. It must be said he didn't seem to get away too well there. The Ferrari of Leclerc saw the opportunity and managed to get around the outside into turn 1. So Lawson drops a position off the start. Meanwhile, Fittipaldi gains a position off the start because he's got past George Russell beautifully on that medium compounded tyre. Fair play to Fittipaldi. That was fantastic work from him. And now Liam Lawson's got to try and tag onto the DRS of Charles Leclerc. But Verstappen got away well, as did Leclerc. Lawson drops to P3, Fittipaldi P4. Fittipaldi has got Liam Lawson. Fittipaldi's up into P3. Verstappen and Leclerc are as you were. But yeah, we've had to get the tyres back in the window, which I think we've managed to do quite well now. Fittipaldi and Lawson struggling on the tyres a little bit more than the people around them. We are just going to go a little bit lighter on the tyres. Again, we're aware that managing tyres is absolutely crucial around here, and we're conscious that we've got two very fast cars behind us. Now this is a little bit disappointing because Carlos Sainz has managed to join the party, and it must be said he got in between the two Lotuses, and it was Fittipaldi who got boxed in and Carlos Sainz took the opportunity to get round him. Fair play to Carlos Sainz. A little bit disappointing for us. Lawson's tyres are actually going a little bit cold, it must be said. So Fittipaldi now, and Lawson's lost that position to Carlos Sainz. We'll see if we get a replay of that as well. Fittipaldi needs to get back up to the back of his teammates at this moment in time, and he's also got DRS as Carlos Sainz. That's not ideal at all. Let's have a look at what Carlos Sainz managed to do. Liam Lawson pulled to the outside and Carlos Sainz was adamant he was having that position and he took it with authority. Carlos Sainz in to a net P3, whereas Lawson and Fittipaldi now sat in behind. Kevin Magnussen spinning away on turn 5. It's Kevin Magnussen and Logan Sargent. I'd like to put them both in a team and just see what we could do. Maybe call it like Destruction Derby F1 and see what happens. But Kevin Magnussen's got to be waiting for this season to end. Meanwhile, Lawson and Fittipaldi have been told share the DRS because that will protect you from George Russell. George Russell can't quite at the moment get in the DRS range of these two cars, so we're trying to utilise some team orders, utilise the DRS between us and keep away from George Russell. Lap 13, Verstappen still leads from Leclerc. Verstappen's just started and drove away into the distance, and as you can see there, the two Lotuses exchanged places and we tried to push on again. We're also trying to look after his tyres at this moment in time, which is proving a real difficult thing here around the circuit of the Americas. Final lap of the sprint. Lawson and Fittipaldi are under exceptional pressure from a McLaren that is very, very close behind. Now this is going to be very difficult to defend, P4 and P5 here, but we're going to give it everything we possibly can. Lawson's tyres are absolutely cooked at the moment, and we are going to go aggressive to see if between us we can stop this McLaren getting past. It's all going to be a big push towards the end, and it is actually Fittipaldi who's got away. Lawson really struggling against Piastri. He's struggling on his tyres exceptionally bad. We're looking around as Piastri's got better tyres. I think Liam Lawson's going to be susceptible to Oscar Piastri behind. Is he still in DRS? He is, and he's going to be told now, you do not fight your teammate. You are not going to be able to overtake, I don't believe. So just try and hold off Oscar Piastri and do the team duty really here as we're pushing with both cars on fuel and on ERS to try and defend from this McLaren. It's holding up Oscar Piastri, and it's got to be said, although we said don't fight your teammate, he's gone for it and then he's pulled over. This is not what we wanted to do, but he's got to always defend now, Liam Lawson. It's very, very nip and tuck around this final lap. Verstappen's won the sprint, Lawson's in P5, Fittipaldi is pushing on, and Liam Lawson is making that Lotus as wide as two double-decker buses here at this minute. The tyres are done. He's really suffering, is Liam Lawson. Fittipaldi, he's going to come around the couple of corners and get P4. Will Liam Lawson manage to get P5? And if he does, we've got to take this as such a positive thing. He may even run out of fuel here, Liam Lawson. He's not. He's managed to cross the line. What a result that is from Liam Lawson. But food for thought for tomorrow's tyres. And there we have it then. Your classifies. Verstappen wins from pole position. Leclerc in P2. Sainz gaining 6 positions to P6. Fittipaldi P4. Liam Lawson P5. The two McLarens both gained 12 positions. How about that? Russell P8, Hamilton P9, and Checo Perez in P10. Fantastic work from the Lotus boys. Now let's get to quali for the feature race. Final flying laps then in Q2, and Enzo Fittipaldi is not looking very much like he's going to be getting through to Q3. Liam Lawson didn't even come out for a second run. He's been performing that well. But Fittipaldi round the final corner, yellow through the first and second sectors. I can't see him getting into Q3 here. He doesn't. That's going to be him. Oh, he does. Wow, he must have had a stonking first sector, unless Fernando Alonso, which he doesn't. Unfortunately, it was given to us and taken away. It's Fittipaldi out in P12, so only Liam Lawson in Q3. Final laps in Q3 then, and Liam Lawson is currently in P6, but he's green through the first and second sector. I think he's got quite a nice toe off Lando Norris. Where is Liam Lawson going to go? It is up to P5 provisionally. Let's just fast forward on to see if that's where he stays. It is. Liam Lawson will start tomorrow's Grand Prix in P5. Verstappen on pole. Perez and Leclerc's got grid penalties, so it might even be P3 for Liam Lawson. P12 for Enzo. Let's get to the strategy. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, P3 and P10 for Lawson and Fittipaldi. We are going to try the 2-stop intermediate strategy. The 1-stop apparently is a lot slower, so we're going to be aggressive. We're going to be very aggressive today. There's going to be at least 4 pit stops for the Team Lotus team, and it's going to be a very, very interesting Grand Prix. We've took some fuel out as well, so straight away, let's get to 5 red lights.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. The Haas driver with a chance to impress a few people here.
There's no hiding from the fact that this is going to be a difficult one. P22 and a strong field that won't want to yield.
And it looks like we're good to go. Here we go. It's the United States Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go.
And away we go, and it's all eyes on Liam Lawson. Does he get a better start than he did in the sprint race? He certainly does. That inside line doesn't seem to work very well, and Liam Lawson straight away, he's trying to get past Carlos Sainz, and he gets past him beautifully. Lovely work from Liam Lawson up into P2 straight away at the start of this Grand Prix. Fittipaldi likewise fighting with Checo Perez of all people as he yields in to P11. But Liam Lawson, what a start that was from him. He's 7.1 kilos down on the fuel. We've got a lot of fuel to recoup in this race, but that is a positive start. Carlos Sainz, you always got the feeling he was going to get to overtake Liam Lawson, and he certainly did. Carlos Sainz getting the move done into the left-hander, on the brakes, and yeah, fair play to Carlos Sainz. I don't expect us to be really fighting with him today. He got DRS as well, because it is dry at this moment in time. We're trying to calm the tyres down, of all things, at the minute, because we are really utilising these tyres, and we need to just calm them down a little bit. So lap 2, it's all about tyre management. Liam Lawson has managed to get back past Lando Norris, but this is proving very difficult because everyone is on the intermediate tyres, and to be fair to Lawson, he has forced him very wide there. Maybe getting a little bit more wise, a little bit more ringcraft at this moment. Liam Lawson, Fittipaldi's had a bit of a mare, he's down to P12, but it's still dry conditions. And at the moment, we're going light on the tyres to try and preserve them. Leclerc's 79% tyres. Lawson's managing them. I would suggest we're managing our tyres better than anyone else at the moment on circuit. Liam Lawson, he's going one way at the moment, and that is backwoods, but this DRS is not helping us at the minute, because what's happening now is Oscar Piastri, DRS wide open into turn 1, and he gets the job done. Now, we're just going to focus a little bit on tyres again, because this is going to be the crucial thing in this Grand Prix. Now, Liam Lawson's now sat in the DRS of Piastri. This is going to help him now, and he is managing his tyres well. He's on 86%. Fittipaldi's on 87%. At the moment, we're going to come strong. As soon as the rain starts falling, we are going to come strong on these tyres, and it may benefit us as we are just tottering along at the minute, P5. But now, crucially, Liam Lawson should get in the DRS here of Oscar Piastri, which is going to help him massively. And you can see Fittipaldi also in the DRS of Hamilton. So it's been a difficult start for Lotus, but one that I think may benefit us in the long run in this race. Fittipaldi's been trying to get past Fernando Alonso for a little while now, and he's finally managed to do it. And again, he doesn't force him as wide as Lawson forced Norris, but great work from Enzo Fittipaldi. We can still see this battle's going on, and I'm only assuming, because I don't get to choose the replay cameras, that Fittipaldi's finally got past him, of which he has, and now we're going to push him away and tell him to get on with it now. So Fittipaldi up to P9, Lawson tagging on to Piastri in P5. Liam Lawson's having a tough old day up here at the moment. He's scrapping, he's fighting for every position, but sometimes you've got to concede that a Red Bull is quicker than a Lotus, unfortunately, and he manages to get through nicely there, Checo Perez. Liam Lawson now, just as he switched to dry again, it must be said, has got past. He's in P6 at this minute, so he's just going to calm it down a bit on the tyres. Fittipaldi in P9, he's trying his utmost to catch George Russell to get some DRS. Lap 15, Fittipaldi's got George Russell. He got in the DRS of George Russell and got the move done again. It's a very aggressive move from the young Brazilian driver, but we will take that all day long from Fittipaldi. Now, we're just going to have a little look on the left-hand side at this moment in time, because Verstappen is leading from Piastri. Leclerc's in P3, Sainz P4, Perez is in P5, then comes Lawson in P6, Norris P7, Russell P8, and Enzo Fittipaldi is back now down into P9. We're just going to watch this spin from Zhou Guanyu as well. Let's just have a look what's happened here. Just got a little bit trigger happy. That kick Sauber has not looked a very good car, it must be said. But lap 15, Verstappen leads. Russell pit a lap earlier, so we decided to do the same with Fittipaldi. There's been a big crash on circuit as well. We're just keeping an eye on who that's going to be. But Fittipaldi's been in for his pit stop. Let's just keep an eye on this. In fact, we're going to have to switch to the crash, otherwise we'll lose the highlight. It's Daniel Ricciardo fighting with an Aston Martin by the looks of things. Daniel Ricciardo's not had the best of seasons, and I mean, there's nothing he can do about that. That's disappointing for Daniel Ricciardo, but we're in the midst of a Lotus pit stop, which is a 2.7 stop, which we will take. Liam Lawson is in next lap. We've had another crash on circuit as well. Let's just have a look. Lance Stroll. Oh my word. Stroll and Alonso. Are they going to come together? They certainly are. The two Aston Martins. That is not going to be popular at all. And it wasn't popular for Lance Stroll. Fittipaldi came out in P11. He had a great in-lap because George Russell's now 1.7 seconds behind him. So Fittipaldi did very well. Liam Lawson now pushing on because he knows he's in the next lap. We've got cars pitting everywhere at the minute. Verstappen is in, Perez is in, and so is Liam Lawson. We reckon Fittipaldi's up into P8. He's keeping that gap to Russell beautifully at the minute. But in comes Liam Lawson for this pit stop. Currently pitting from P4. I'd expect him to be out comfortably in front of Fittipaldi. Perez is obviously already had his stop. Let's hope we get a decent one. And I never like it when we go to an above camera shot. But to be fair, 2.65, it's getting better. Where is Fittipaldi? Fittipaldi's just coming around the final corner as Lawson is trundling down the pit lane. Perez in P6. Lawson now out in P7. Have we got anybody yet to pit? We've got Piastri, Norris yet to pit in front of us. Lap 20, first pit stop's complete. And what is not going to help Oscar Piastri is this. He came into the box. Let's have a little look at what happened here. It was the back left tyre. The gunman at the back left didn't have a good time at all there. It might be the back right, actually, that we're watching. And that has been a shocking pit stop for the McLaren team, which is only going to strengthen Liam Lawson and Fittipaldi's pit stops so far. But Lawson, 3.9 second gap now to Perez. Piastri's out 4.1 behind him. And we do have a virtual safety car, which will allow us to just conserve a bit more battery. And the cause of that safety car is Fernando Alonso. Let's have a little look at this. And coming through the final sector, what's happened to Fernando? He's had a very, very bad season for Aston Martin. He's gone spinning off into the barriers. Maybe time for him to come to Lotus, some may say. Pretty much everyone's pit, so we have come back for a rundown on lap 30. Verstappen is leading from Leclerc. He's 19 seconds. I think he's a pit stop clear of Charles Leclerc at this moment in time. Checo Perez in P3, Sainz P4, Lawson is in P5. Piastri and Norris are two McLarens behind Lawson. Piastri looks like he's catching Lawson a little bit at the moment, but I'm not too concerned. Fittipaldi in P8, Russell P9, Hamilton P10. Alonso is your one DNF at this moment in time, but Fittipaldi is putting some pressure on those tyres. We're just going to calm down on both cars a little bit at the minute because I'd like that last stint to be a particularly good one. Lap 30, Verstappen leads. We had an early pit stop from Checo Perez, and to be fair, he strapped some new intermediates on. He come out behind Liam Lawson, and it wasn't going to be too long, and we said to Liam Lawson, look, let's not make it too difficult. We've got a McLaren behind us here at this moment in time, but Perez did get past us in the end. That Piastri is right on the back of Liam Lawson now, so we've got some defending to do towards the end of this Grand Prix. I think we might beat Piastri today with Lawson. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Fittipaldi's comfortable at this moment in time as well. He's pushing on the tyres, so at the moment, no panic. But Lawson is in. In the next couple of laps. Fittipaldi is in to the pits just as a safety car has been deployed. Now, this is interesting. Liam Lawson as well is pitting on this lap. So, this is going to nullify everything. We've got a red flag. Oh, Fittipaldi. It's a red flag on circuit. Fittipaldi's pit. We should still remain in P8 there with Fittipaldi. I don't think we'll have lost too much. But we were pitting. What's happened here then? We've got Ricardo. Oh, it's just a big pile up at turn 1. And Liam Lawson is going to... it was going to be coming in. But now we are going to have light rain when we restart. So we'll come back when we're back to the race start.
A sense of deja vu here as the drivers once again face the countdown. And it's lights out and away we go.
And away we go, and it's all to play for once again. Do you know, I wish they'd let you set these before they set off, but Liam Lawson is the man we're keeping an eye on. He's got the inside line, which is never ideal, and he's lost a position to Leclerc, but that is not the end of the world as long as he tries to keep Piastri behind him. But we are racing straight away on the restart. My word. Fittipaldi is racing very much with Norris, but Lawson's got past Piastri. Beautiful work from Liam Lawson. Fittipaldi now sat in behind Lando Norris once again. It's all happening again. Max Verstappen's going to be fuming, but straight away he's just decided to run off into the distance once again. We have got a 15-lap sprint now here in Austin, Texas. Who's your money on? And unfortunately, Piastri has got Liam Lawson. Let's just have a little look at this. Just as we switched off, Piastri down the inside. He wanted to get past Liam Lawson quickly. And to be fair, he got the job done. Oscar Piastri is up into P4. Liam Lawson doesn't seem to have the raw pace to keep up with him at this moment in time. We're just going to switch it down to aggressive for Liam Lawson now. We're trying to manage the tyres effectively as well. Fittipaldi, let's have a little look. He's 0.6 of a second behind. Lawson could come under pressure from Sainz here as well. But P5 now, Verstappen leading from Perez, who's very, very close to his teammate. Carlos Sainz has got Liam Lawson, and to be fair, the track has just shifted to dry conditions and the DRS worked an absolute treat. So Carlos Sainz is past Liam Lawson and up into P5. Liam Lawson's had a struggle after this red flag. I think we'd have finished higher without the red flag. We're just having a look to make sure that the track is going to stay down, which it is. But Lawson now 1.1 seconds behind Carlos Sainz and now coming under pressure from Lando Norris as well. It's been a tough restart after this red flag. Fittipaldi is in the DRS of Hamilton. Liam Lawson is just going backwards here. Now we see Lando Norris, he got DRS, and down the inside, Lando Norris made it count. Fair play to Lando, that's a lovely move for the McLaren driver, who of course is still in the Drivers' Championship here. But let's have a little look. Lawson now straight away has dropped out of DRS. Hamilton's looking quicker at this moment in time. We've finally got the tyres back into the temperature window that we wanted them for both cars, so we can push on a little bit more now. But Liam Lawson's got some work to do if he wants to get back up to P5. Carlos Sainz was struggling, and let's just have a look at this because we can see Liam Lawson manages to get past him. He's got a technical issue and Liam Lawson makes sure he's past him. Great work from Liam. He's trying to move forward once again now as we just click back to the live action. Lawson and Hamilton's managed to get past him. There's nothing to say. Fittipaldi couldn't catch Carlos Sainz, and that's going to be the instruction now for Fittipaldi. Can you get towards that Ferrari in front of you? Verstappen's still leading from Perez. It's very spaced out, but Carlos Sainz is dropping like a stone. Fittipaldi has got Carlos Sainz. He's pushed on. He's driven the wheels off that Lotus. Got up to the back of the Ferrari and managed to get the overtake done. Now you will notice there is a Mercedes in front of him, and we are coming towards the last lap of the Grand Prix, where if he carries on at this rate, he looks like he's going to have DRS. It could be very crucial for Fittipaldi. Lawson's going to finish in P6. There's no doubt in that, but Fittipaldi could have a chance at P7. Final lap of the Grand Prix then. Verstappen and Perez, it's pretty much done and dusted for the top 6. But Fittipaldi is stalking Lewis Hamilton, and we are just about to tell him, you get close, Fittipaldi, and you stay in that DRS, and you will have a chance to overtake the 7-time world champion. Now we're going to give him all the DRS, but once he's got to this DRS zone, there's the detection point. Let's see what Fittipaldi can do on the final lap here in Austin, Texas, at the Circuit of the Americas. It's the young gun of Enzo Fittipaldi against Lewis Hamilton. He's on full attack mode on everything now, and he's pulled to the inside, and I don't think Lewis Hamilton is going to have an answer to this, as we see Lewis Hamilton just pulls to the side there, and that is it. Fittipaldi is up into P7. It's 6 and 7 again. Mega indeed for Fittipaldi. I mean, it's been some season. He had a little wobble, I think, just towards the summer break, but he's come back exceptionally strong, and he's pushing like mad now just to ensure that he's going to finish in front of Lewis Hamilton. Liam Lawson will be a little bit disappointed not to have beat one of the 2 McLarens today, but I think that red flag probably didn't help him. But meanwhile, Fittipaldi is coming around the final sector as well. We're going to keep an eye on Liam Lawson as the sun starts to shine in Texas, and there we go. Liam Lawson is P6 on the day, and Enzo Fittipaldi comes around the final corner and he will finish in P7. Another solid points haul. My word, let's get to the podium.
Formula One's newest team, shattering all expectations here.
There wasn't too much expectation on them today, but they fought hard and found themselves in the points.
It's hugs all round for the team. In fact, they all deserve a pat on the back as well for everything that they've achieved. Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
Taking their 8th win of the season, there's just no stopping them.
No stopping him indeed. Max Verstappen extends his lead at the top of the driver's standings as the champagne flows here in Austin, Texas. He finishes on 25 points there. Checo Perez, sorry, up 9 positions on the day to finish in P2. Leclerc P3, the 2 McLarens solid showing, Piastri and Norris. Liam Lawson in P6, Fittipaldi in P7. Then came Hamilton, Sainz, and Yuki Tsunoda gained 11 positions on the day. We did have 2 DNFs, one of which was Fernando Alonso, and the other one of which was Daniel Ricciardo. Nico Hülkenberg finished 2 laps down. Driver standings wise, Max Verstappen is leading now. It is 41 points ahead of Charles Leclerc. Carlos Sainz in P5. P3, Lando Norris in P4. I think probably Lando Norris is out of it now. I think it's probably between Carlos Sainz, Leclerc and Verstappen, whoever wins the driver's title. Liam Lawson is in P9 and Enzo Fittipaldi jumps above Lance Stroll into P10. Constructors standings wise, Ferrari still on top, 642 points. They are 31 ahead of Red Bull. McLaren a little bit further back. It's Red Bull versus Ferrari in both constructors and drivers. Meanwhile, Team Lotus up into, well, still in P5, but we are closing in on Mercedes. Could we get P4? Be very interesting to see. Let me know down in the comments. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed that one. Please do remember to like and subscribe, and I shall see you on the next one. Ta-ra.